Welcome to the Our Team Podcast, powered by eXp Realty. Are you an agent looking to level up? Are you someone looking to buy or sell real estate? Fantastic. This is the show for you.
Well, hi.
Isn't it fancy to find you here in front of a microphone?
Welcome to the Our Team Podcast. Here we are doing another podcast right here.
Shocking how that works.
Right now. It's happening. We have it. Okay, we can start for real right now.
I think I might keep some of that, though.
If you want to. Welcome to the Our Team Podcast. I'm Brian Auer. This is Eric Johnson.
Shockingly, that'll also come up right here.
Well, yeah. I mean, put our names on these podcasts. We do that because we're recording this for a podcast, but it's no secret. We get way more podcast listeners watching us than listening only.
Sadly, it's true.
Well, it's not sad. It just is what it is. Today, I'm excited about today because I want to talk about something that I think home sellers can get a little bit of value out of. And the reason why I think it's important to talk about right now is because we are coming into sort of like the home selling season. A lot of people don't think there really is a home selling season, but there is. Did you know that?
Yeah, I got told by one of my buyers that he's waiting for the spring sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spring sale, yeah. The opposite happens. You know, a lot of people think that because we live in California and the weather's pretty consistent that we just have, we sell real estate, whatever. There really isn't a season for it. But historically, right about now, coming into spring is when people start to list their homes. And then we see just a little bit of a Debbie Downer for, a week or so right around tax season, and then it's right back to kicking again in May. So I think a good thing to talk about today would be how to compete, how to get your house ready, and how to do well with listing your home right now, because you're going to be competing. This is when a lot of people are list, so you're not going to be alone out there. Your home is going to need to stand out, and so that's going to require you to do some things on your house. It's going to require a little bit of different behavior on your part, and it's going to hopefully require, that you hire somebody that's really good at doing this, right?
It's definitely important on who you hire. I was just going to make the comment that you have to be mindful about how you're selling now. Mm-hmm. We had a true, seller's market. Put a sign in the yard and it was gone in a day.
Yeah.
And it's not quite that way, but it's pretty close depending on the price point.
It is. It's still crazy. Everyone, and I mean everybody, is talking about how the market is, just not like it was, and it's kind of Debbie Downer time to talk about. But we're not seeing that. We're not seeing it. I mean, it was at first. People understand now that rates are higher, and they still need to buy, and they know that they're going to be refinancing at some point. So people are still needing to get into a home, and they're doing it. So we're seeing homes in certain price ranges, that are, that conform with your standard and customary loan products. Those kind of homes, not jumbo and anything like that, just regular FHA, VA, and conventional loan limit style homes are selling like hotcakes, especially if they're in good school districts, especially if they're super clean, which is kind of what we're going to talk about. I think there's 7 things that we can talk about right now that will help you get your home sold in a competitive spring market. The first thing is pricing it right. What do you think about that one? That should be number 1, right? You got to price it right.
Pricing it right gets it off the market as fast as possible as well.
You get more activity, right? If you overprice your home, you end up just chasing the market the whole time, and next thing you know, you're just another aged listing. And you don't want that to happen. Pricing it right, or what we would call an action pricing, means, test the water. If you have model matches all through your community that are selling for $650, hit the market at $639. Because if you do that, you'll probably get $660 or $665. If you price it low and be a little bit patient and really let the offers come in and let all those showings stack up, you will get more. So pricing it correctly is going to be very, very important coming into the season. So that's the first thing. The second thing?
Well, I'm reading here because I'm not as awesome as you, so I'm reading which one we're at.
Oh.
It says something about staging your home.
Yes.
Are we talking virtual?
I took copious notes so we could stay on track. Yeah, staging your house is important, but I want to make something clear about that. If you have when I talk about staging and people hear me talk about staging, I need you to remember that I'm talking about just advanced prepping of the house. It doesn't have to mean staging. We do a lot of restaging. So it's very, very common for me to walk into a room and feel like, you know what, this space is cut off too much. This is an open floor plan, but it feels pretty compartmentalized right now because this love seat is sticking in, it's in the wrong place. So we're going to take that chair from that corner. We're going to put this here. We're going to put the love seat over there. We're going to do this with the couch. We're going to move a few things around in that space to just open it up. Now, is it comfortable to watch TV that way? No. But it shows better. You walk into the room and all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is a nice big space. I can see myself here. It doesn't mean you're going to hire someone to bring in different furniture. Now, if you do have a lot of really thrashy style furniture, then we're going to talk about, doing some covers and things like that if we need to. But just restaging, you want to make the house just feel open because there's a lot of homes that are going to be hitting the market that just look blah, and you don't want yours to look or feel like that in any way. So staging is really going to help, just the house to feel more appealing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. My brain went like, doop.
Yeah, you had a brain fart right there.
I really did.
Yeah.
I had it, and then it wandered off.
How about this for number 3? It is very important that you remember that the first impression does happen online. Photos, video, 3D, all that kind of stuff. But when you're driving to the house in real life, that first impression isn't when you open the door. It's when you pull up to the house.
It is the curb appeal.
Curb appeal is number 3. You have to just step back and look at your house and do what I call a 5 around. You're looking at your home. Now look how it compares to the one on the left. Look how it compares to the one on the right. Now turn around 180 degrees. Look at the 3 houses across the street. How does it compare? Your home needs to compare. It needs to, at the very minimum, it needs to be similar, right, in appearance. It needs to, what we call, conform to the neighborhood. But really what you want is you want it to stand out. So you would not believe what fresh flowers can do. This is the softer side of me coming out right now. I'm not
Fuchsia pink.
I'm not a big flower guy for real, but when you put fresh flowers in the planters, and you probably don't have them right now because they die on you, right? And it's a pain in the butt to keep fresh flowers in the yard. But you're going to be marketing the home for 10, 15, 20, maybe 45 days max. So you can green thumb it for just that little bit of time. Get some fresh flowers in the yard. Maybe you've got too much dirt showing. It's very inexpensive to go to Home Depot and get a bunch of bags of mulch. Mulch is your friend. Mulch can be your friend. If you don't have any friends, mulch will still be your friend. I don't want to squirrel on this too much, but between flowers and mulch, that's huge.
It really is.
Really freshens up the yard.
Go somewhere where there's a money back guarantee when you kill it.
Yeah.
Because then you can just keep it exchanging it. Hey, these died.
Yeah.
These died.
Well, I think
didn't matter
Lowe's,
that I didn't water them for a week.
I think Lowe's will do that too. If you buy flowers at Lowe's and they die during the listing time, just go replace them for free.
That's what I'm saying.
But it really makes a big difference. The 4th thing is you have to highlight your home's features. You know what I mean? There's certain things about your house that make it unique. These are unique selling propositions that your home has. You can't bury those. You can't not call attention to those. So whether it's in the description or close-ups of those things, you got to make sure that you call attention to them. Honestly, I have seen homes that have very unique features, but I'm looking in the MLS and I see photos of just the whole room. Why do agents do that? Why? That is not how you feature. If you have, for example, a kitchen with really, really high-end upgraded appliances, then you take a close-up photo of those items. A close-up, not just a beautiful picture of the kitchen. That would be like an establishing shot of your kitchen. But if you've got beautiful certain things about your home that are really unique, get close-up, buttery photos of those things. You'll notice on our listings, we'll have a picture of the kitchen, and then we'll have close-ups of the Wolf appliances. Maybe it's something as simple as you've got a really upgraded living room where you've actually done a built-in in the media niche, right? Well, take close-ups of it. Don't just let that be part of the establishing shots. Take close-up, highlight the things in your home that are a big deal. Could be weird stuff too. Like we just recently sold a home that had really expensive fixtures. Like there was literally thousands of dollars in just faucets and handles and stuff like that. We took close-ups of that stuff because it made a difference, you know? So I would really highly encourage you to do that. Make sure you're highlighting and not glossing over the things that are really unique. By the way, sometimes it's not the house. Sometimes what's unique about a property is the school it feeds into. So make a big deal about that. Sometimes it's really close to all the trendy restaurants. Make a big deal about that. People aren't going to buy just your home. They're buying a lifestyle. They're buying what it feels like to live there, right? You're selling all of that. So don't leave those stones unturned. So that's number 4. The 5th one.
That leads right into what we were talking about, which is solid quality video and pictures.
It's huge to me. It completely dumbfounds me. I cannot believe that some agents, and you, if you're listening to this and you're an agent, you know exactly who you are, and you should feel ashamed about this. You are going in and just doing vertical photos from your iPhone. iPhones take great pictures, they do, but you can still take horrible pictures with them. You have to know, look, a professional photographer is going to be able to shoot with a shallow depth of field when needed to highlight certain things, with a wide open aperture, with one that's really closed off so everything's in focus. There's ways of balancing light, balancing color, making the rooms look really, really appealing. A professional photographer can do that. And when it comes to shooting video, well, you kind of need 2 styles of video. You need like the stuff we do for Instagram, where it's really kind of quick and just it's part of a reel. It's 30 to 45 seconds. Do you see the one I did of the pool the other day?
I did.
That kind of stuff looks so cool, right? And it's so easy to do. So agents can get away with that kind of stuff because it's supposed to be organic and kind of, I don't want to say cheesy, but it's approachable. It should look like, oh, my agent's out there doing this, and I like seeing our home from this perspective in a story with cool, trendy music and the words going across and stuff like that. I mean, that's important, but that's not what's going to end up as the featured video on the landing page. Okay, that needs to be a beautiful video shot in 4K with good lighting and good editing and stuff like that. So photos and video, 3D, all of it has to be pro. So that would be number 5. Use high quality photos and videos.
But this goes to the agents as well as the seller. Mm-hmm. Demand it. Mm-hmm. A good photographer, good videographer is not that expensive relative to what you're doing.
Exactly. Look, I'll just be... You can get very good video, very good photos from the same person, and you don't have to spend more than $750 for both.
Well, I was going to say, $1,000 gets you what you need. And if you look at that to the cost of a home...
Right. Exactly.
It's pennies on the dollar.
Right. But just good photos, good video. There's really, honestly, there's no excuse. You're being hired to market somebody's home. That's at the core of it. It's you're being hired to move this product. So it's your responsibility to make it shine, right? To make and if it doesn't, you need to assist the seller in getting it there. So anyway, number 6. Number 6 is something that you're going to have to do as a seller. You're going to have to realize that when there's a lot of properties on the market, sometimes the ones that go fast are the ones that are just easier to show. So you have got to be flexible. I'm talking Gumby flexible. Somebody wants to see your house at 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you need to just maybe be prepared for that. I mean, maybe they want to. Maybe they get off work late. They can't see it until 6:30. It's daylight savings. It's still light. Let them see it. I have actually showed houses at night with flashlights. I've actually had to do that. Luckily, the seller was flexible enough to let us in to do that. I mean, we're outside with flashlights. The house wasn't well lit. We all had our phone lights on. We were showing. This seller was very flexible. I actually sold the house to the buyer as well. You have to try to be as flexible as possible with the showings, including weekends, including evenings, including even holidays. Holidays. I mean, like, look, if you're listing your home right now, and it's July 4th, you're like, I'm not going to have any showings. No, show your house. Be flexible. So I think that's really important. Something that you have to do as a seller. The more eyeballs you have coming in, and the easier you make it for them to see, is going to be very important. Usually the bottleneck is either an agent that doesn't answer or a seller that's not being flexible.
That buyer who just randomly showed up might be the buyer that wants to put the offer on the house.
That's right. So anyway, how about number 7? Let's wrap it up with number 7, and that one is going to seem painfully obvious.
Oh, you mean working with somebody who actually knows what they're doing?
I would strongly suggest that you work with a real estate agent that has proven systems, proven tools, knows how to get your home marketed and staged and prepared, and can assist you with curb appeal and all the things that we talk about, all the moving parts. And not only that, don't forget that once you get an offer on your home, it's got to stay together. So a good agent will not only help you get ready and help you with that process, but they know how to be problem solvers in escrow. So there's negotiations that happen with requests for repairs and things like that. All of that stuff, needs to be handled by a pro so it stays together. So anyway, that's all I got for you. How about that?
One final wrap up.
I think a lot of sellers forget that there's more than one first impression. Of course, there is that initial first impression where your home has to look beautiful online, right? That's where people are starting their shopping. So online, it needs to look spectacular with good photos, good video, all of it. But don't forget about that second first impression when they pull up to the house. That is another opportunity for a first impression. So it is really important that you have your yard looking really good. One thing that I like to do is look at the yard, then look at the yard to the left, look at the yard to the right, turn around 180 degrees, and look at the 3 houses across the street. Look at the 5 around you and see how your property conforms. You want your home to look better than the 5 around you. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for doing all of this.
Thank you.
We'll do it again real soon.
Catch you on the next one.
Hey, wait, before you go, would you do us a favor? If you found any value in this content, would you please like and subscribe to it? Maybe even leave a comment. It really helps us out.